Good morning. Monday mornings. Looks like it's going to rain. This is a video that nearly didn't happen. I meant to make this video on Friday, and I went out to a location and powered the GoPro up, and it cut out. I'd never done that before, and no amount of head bearing to the east or silent prayer would get it to go. So I thought, oh, I'll have to abandon this now. So I went back home, put a new battery in it, and it made no difference. It just would not power up. So my video making for Friday was scuppered. Now, because I have to fund everything myself, because YouTube don't pay me one single penny for any video I make. I've never had one single penny from YouTube, so I have to fund everything myself. And if I've got to buy another GoPro, they're getting on towards 300 quid. And I thought, well, I shan't be making any content for a few months, that's for sure, which is not good for the channel. So I suddenly had a thought. There was a guy that fixed a sat-nav for me, so I run it over to him. A lovely bloke. He's a Czechoslovakian fella, and he is an absolute whiz with electronics. I mean, he fixes smartphones and all that sort of stuff. So I left it with him, and he phoned me this morning and said, your sat-nav's all fixed, come and pick it up. So I went over and said what was wrong with it, and he said where the battery fits in, there's two little terminals in the GoPro that take the power to the GoPro, and he said in one of those the wire hadn't been soldered on very well at the factory. And he says, so I resoldered it. I'd have the whole GoPro apart and then reassemble it, which was a bit tricky, but I did it anyway. So I said, how much do I owe you? And he said, £6. I said, how long did it take you to do it? And he said, oh, 3 or 4 hours, I think. I said, how much are you on an hour? At £6 for 3-4 hours work. Oh, he said, don't worry about it. He said, it's just, it wasn't a very big job. So I thought, oh, okay then, well, I'll give him a tenner anyway. Which was not much better than a 6 quid, was it? But there we are. He was happy, very happy. So we're moving on now to the video. I'm on the Classic 500, and I realised that I hadn't actually done a video on this. I've done walk around videos and talked about it and stuff like that, but the title of the video, why this could be your best bike, is a bit subjective really, isn't it? It's we've all buy bikes for different reasons, and we do. We've all got different reasons for having motorbikes. Some of us want to go really fast all the time. Some of us want to go slow all the time. Some of us like the journey, sightseeing, stuff like that. We all get them for different reasons. And the reason I bought this in 2020, brand new, was because they said that we're going to stop making them. And I thought, you know, if I don't buy one of them, I'm not going to have one, am I? So I got it in my head that I was going to go and buy one, and I left it to the last possible moment to buy one. They'd already announced that, well, they'd already stopped making them. So they were just using up the available stocks of bikes. And it was during lockdown, and I went to the dealers, and you couldn't get into the shop. It was all roped off. You could just get inside the door, and this bike stood just inside the door. And I said, I'm interested in a classic 500, and he said, well, you want to be quick because this is the last possible one I've got. I can't get any more, that is it. And he said, I've got a dealer that's driving me mad to have this one. He said he's got 2 customers wanting them now. So if you don't buy it, if you don't buy this one, I can't get any others. This one will go off to the dealer, and he'll sell it. Well, I wanted the I wanted the green and chrome. And he said, you've got no chance. He said, I can phone Royal Enfield up and see if any of the other dealers have got one. And he did, and he came back after 10 minutes and said, they've checked their dealer stocks and there isn't any more. This is the last. This is the very last one I'll ever have. New. So I said, all right, I'll have it then. Now, I bought this bike, and it was delivered to me. And I didn't ride it for a week. I started it up once. Thought, don't like the sound of that. It's got this big bazooka silencer on it. So I ordered a Hitchcock silencer, which is what it's still got. And that's the only modification it's ever had. Oh no, it's been geared up one tooth. I geared it up one tooth. I waited till I got it running, and then I geared it up a tooth, which has transformed it, absolutely transformed it. So it's a 18 tooth gearbox sprocket instead of a 17. But I was very, very sceptical of it. I just thought, you know, everybody said it's just Indian crap. You know, there's no quality in them at all. But before I got the bike actually run in, I just fell in love with it. It was such a nice bike to ride. You can see I've got bar end mirrors on it. Well, I put those on just because I had a pair. I think I used the mirrors that came off on something else. I can't remember now. But anyway, because I had to put these mirrors on, I had to lose the bar end weights. And that bike, this bike is so much smoother without the bar end weights. There's a bit of A14 now. Come on, come on. That's up to 70, as you can see, and this will hold 70 on half throttle for as long as you want to. So everybody compares these with the 350. Why? I don't know. The 350 is a very, very different bike. It's a more modern engine, and they're revvy. They make their power by making revs, and this doesn't. This has got loads of grunt. I like long stroke engines that with lots of grunt, low revving. But the thing of it is, no matter what you do to the little classic 350s, and I've got 2 of them, and I love them. I love them for a different reason than I love this one. They're a very different bike. This has got so much torque. I mean, I'm going into quite a strong headwind now. and I'm only, what, quarter throttle. The 350s haven't got that kind of torque, and they won't give you that kind of torque. So this is a very different experience. I mean, this is quite, compared with the old cast iron bullets, this is quite civilised. It's got hydraulic tappets which can collapse, which they do in any engine with hydraulic tappets. They can collapse due to fault with manufacturing. But this bike has never given me any issues whatsoever. And it's done, what, nearly 6,000 miles now. There's 2 years that I didn't actually ride it. I didn't ride it the second year due to pressures of work and other bikes. And then last year I think I rode it twice, I think. Into Felixstowe. Endless lorries, endless lorries. So, what do I think of it now, after all this time? It's a 2020 bike, so I've had it from new. I do all my own servicing and on it, it's very easy. It is a great bike. It's got just oodles of torque, and it's smooth. You look at my mirrors, they're not all vibrating about. It's smooth. You get a little tingle through the handlebars, nothing, not what I wouldn't call it vibration. And you just detect it in the footrest as well, but it's part of its character. So, if you haven't got one of these, or you're thinking about a 500 over a 350, I don't think you're going to be very disappointed at all. I mean, you know, if you're a sports bike rider, then yeah. I keep saying about sports bike riders, I've got nothing against sports bike riders whatsoever. That's their choice of bike, but my days of that nonsense is all gone now, you know. I'm quite happy to just ride something a bit more steady. And yeah, so yeah, great bike. And this bike, I did 127 miles on 5 litres of petrol on a motorway, and that, I think that works out about 113 to 114 miles to the gallon. They're actually a little bit better than the 350. Yeah, I'm going to McDonald's for breakfast, why not? All the McDonald's mayhem. I'll park in the parked order bay. Not that I've ordered anything, I'll just park here. So there you go. The Classic 500. Pretty little bike. I still like it. I do. So we're going to stuff myself full of McDonald's now, and that should keep me going for the morning. Okay, I'll see you later on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.